How to trick your brain to crave hard work. Have you ever felt stuck in the cycle of procrastination, knowing you need to get things done, but just can't seem to start? Or maybe you start, but the effort feels unbearable, and quitting seems far too tempting. You're not alone. Our brains are hardwired to avoid discomfort and seek immediate pleasure. It's a survival instinct. But here's some good news. With the right strategies, you can reprogram your mind to not just tolerate hard work, but actually crave it. Today, we'll explore actionable ways to shift your mindset, embrace discomfort, and transform the way you approach challenges. Growth begins where comfort ends. Are you ready? The brain is designed for efficiency. Its primary goal is to keep us safe, conserve energy, and seek out short-term rewards. Hard work, especially when it seems overwhelming, triggers resistance because it contradicts the brain's comfort-first wiring. That's why tasks feel so much harder to start than they actually are. Yet, here's the paradox. The hard things we often avoid are the very things that lead to growth, success, and fulfillment. But the problem isn't the work itself. It's how we perceive it. Changing that perception is the first step towards hacking your brain for success. What if hard work wasn't something to endure, but something to celebrate? The key lies in reframing your perspective. Instead of associating effort with stress or exhaustion, start seeing it as a series of opportunities for growth and achievement. Think about it. Every time you put in effort, you're stepping closer to your goals. Challenges force you to learn, adapt, and push beyond your limits. When you focus on the long-term rewards, like confidence, mastery, or personal growth, hard work stops being a burden and starts becoming a tool for transformation. Here's where the brain can work in your favor. Dopamine, often called the feel-good chemical, plays a critical role in motivation. It's not just released when we achieve our goals, it's also triggered by the anticipation of rewards. To use this to your advantage, start associating hard work with something rewarding. For example, complete a challenging task and allow yourself to celebrate with a small treat, a moment of relaxation, or even just positive self-talk. Dopamine will start linking your effort with pleasure, making hard work something your brain actively seeks. One of the simplest ways to trick your brain into craving hard work is by creating momentum. Start with small, manageable tasks that are easy to complete. Each small success gives you a dopamine boost, motivating you to tackle the next challenge. Imagine you're trying to clean a messy house. Instead of thinking, I need to clean everything, start with one drawer or one corner of a room. By completing that small task, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that fuels your desire to keep going. This approach makes even daunting challenges feel doable. Big goals are inspiring, but they can also be paralyzing. When you don't know where to start, your brain quickly defaults to avoidance. The solution? Break your goals into smaller, actionable steps. For instance, if you're trying to write a 10-page report, don't think about the entire report. Think about starting with the first paragraph. Once you've tackled that, move to the next small section. By giving your brain bite-sized portions to work on, you reduce overwhelm and build momentum. Habits are your secret weapon against resistance. When you turn hard work into a routine, it becomes automatic, something your brain doesn't have to overthink. Start by identifying an anchor habit, a small ritual that signals your brain it's time to work. This could be as simple as sitting at your desk with a cup of coffee or putting on your workout shoes at the same time every day. Over time, these rituals create a subconscious trigger that makes starting hard tasks much easier. One of the biggest blocks to enjoying hard work is fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking foolish, or fear of not being good enough. But what if you stopped focusing on the outcome and treated every effort as practice instead of performance? Every time you tackle something challenging, you're learning, improving, and growing. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up and doing your best. Real growth happens in the process, not just in the results. Discomfort is often seen as a bad thing, but it's actually a signal that you're doing something meaningful. Whether it's mental or physical, that unease means you're stepping outside your comfort zone, where real progress happens. Instead of avoiding discomfort, start leaning into it. Change your mindset to see these moments as evidence of growth. The more you embrace discomfort, the more resilient and determined you'll become. It's like working out a muscle. The strain may be unpleasant at first, but it ultimately makes you stronger. How you interpret challenges can make or break your motivation. Start training your brain to see obstacles as opportunities rather than roadblocks. For example, if you're faced with a tough project, don't think, "This is impossible." Instead, tell yourself, "This is a chance to prove what I'm capable of." With this shift in attitude, challenges become exciting puzzles to solve instead of sources of stress. The idea of making massive changes overnight is daunting and often unrealistic. But what about improving by just 1% every day? Small, consistent improvements add up over time, creating a compounding effect that leads to significant transformation. Whether it's learning a skill, exercising, or working towards a career goal, commit to small, steady progress. These micro improvements keep you motivated while preventing burnout. Many people only reward themselves after achieving big milestones. But what if you started celebrating the effort instead of just the outcome? By focusing on the process, you create positive reinforcement for hard work itself. Whether it's finishing a work session, completing a portion of a task, or simply showing up, find ways to celebrate these moments. Small rewards, a few minutes of relaxation, or even a pat on your back can create a powerful feedback loop that encourages consistent effort. Your environment plays a significant role in how your brain reacts to hard work. If you're surrounded by people and influences that encourage laziness or negativity, it's harder to stay motivated. Instead, surround yourself with individuals who inspire and challenge you. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or even motivational content, these influences can reshape your mindset and fuel your desire to grow. It's important to remember that craving hard work doesn't mean pushing yourself to exhaustion. Rest is a critical part of productivity. Without it, burnout is inevitable, and your effort becomes counterproductive. Schedule regular breaks and know when to step back to recharge. Rest not only restores your energy, but also primes your brain to return to hard work with fresh focus and enthusiasm. Tricking your brain to crave hard work isn't about deception. It's about rewiring how you think and respond to effort. By reframing challenges, celebrating small wins, and leaning into discomfort, you can turn hard work into something exciting and fulfilling. Remember, growth begins where comfort ends. Every time you choose to tackle a challenge, you're not just making progress, you're transforming yourself, one effort at a time. Take the first step today. Choose one challenging task and apply these strategies. Imagine the person you'll become once your brain learns to love the process. Start now and watch your life change. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of go-getters. Let's keep pushing forward together.